Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Yeah. That song, the Jesus Prayer, Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me, is just that. It's a prayer. It's a prayer song. It's simple. It's repetitive. It's meant to be easy to sing, but you can also put yourself into it and add your own energy, add your own inflection to it if you're singing it by yourself. But it's a simple song to sing as a community, and it invites us into prayer. The history, the tradition of the church is one that is profoundly rich with prayer. And this particular prayer, called the Jesus Prayer, dates back centuries upon centuries upon centuries. In the Eastern Church, it's kind of a bedrock prayer. You can find elements of it in the gospel itself. I think about the story of blind Bartimaeus, the beggar, who cried out to Jesus as he was passing by, "Son of David, have mercy on me." We hear that word mercy, and so often we think of it as kind of an unmerited favor. Hey, I've messed up. Could you show me mercy? And that's a part of mercy. I think that's an extension of mercy. The quality of mercy certainly extends to that kind of graciousness and forgiveness. It's included. But the deep biblical meaning of the word mercy is kind of relational loyalty. It's rooted in God's covenant, God's commitment to us as human beings, the way in which God binds God's self to us so that we can call out. We can say, "Hey, God, remember your covenant. Show us mercy. Show us that relational loyalty that moves your heart." Another way to think of mercy is it's the love that's drawn towards our suffering. The Spanish word and the Latin word has as its root this idea of the core of our being. And as the core of our being, as our heart encounters misery, misericordia, as it encounters misery, as it encounters suffering, it is drawn towards that suffering with a desire to alleviate it, with a desire to make it better, with a desire to heal. So when we cry out in this song, "Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me," we're calling on God's relational loyalty, God's fidelity and covenant with us, God's commitment to us as human beings. We're asking the heart of God to be drawn towards us in our suffering, just like Bartimaeus. You know, they tried to silence Bartimaeus. Hey, there's an important guy passing through. He's a dignitary, you know, he's famous. Might be a king one day. And the beggar would not be silenced. The more they tried to shut him up, the louder he got. "Jesus, hey, Son of David, hey, you gonna be a king? Have mercy on me. Remember your loyalty to the least of these. Remember those who suffer." So I invite you to this prayer as a way of crying out to God. Don't let anyone silence you. Don't let anyone quiet you. Don't let anyone tell you better shut up and keep that to yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not important enough to cry out. Cry out for mercy. Get loud if you need to. The other aspect of this song that I really love, I don't know about you, but I experience sometimes in my own life what therapists call negative self-talk. Now, you don't have to go to therapy to know what that is. Negative self-talk is that voice that we hear so often inside of us that has a way of putting us down, says we're not good enough. We're not worthy. And those voices come to us in our darkest moments, as if to remind us, to laugh at us, and to say, you know what, you aren't good enough. You can't make it. One of the best ways I've found to silence that voice, which is not the voice of truth, it's not the voice of God, because the voice of God is love. The God who created you loves you. So replace that negative self-talk with something positive. And I found that the repetitive nature of this prayer, and it's meant to be repeated. A lot of folks say, well, you don't repeat prayers. Didn't Jesus talk about that? No, that's kind of a vain repetition, hoping that by your performance, maybe you'll make yourself worthy enough to be heard. No, God hears you the first time. God hears your heart before you even speak. The power of repetition is to form our thinking and to reshape our thoughts, to turn our hearts towards the God who loves us. That's part of the power of prayer. We don't have to get God's attention. We've already got it. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that God is present. We have to get our own attention back on the mercy of God. And this simple prayer, repeated over and over again, I found healing in my own life. I find it gives me peace. You pray it enough, it becomes second nature. And instead of those negative thoughts and that negative self-talk becoming second nature, what if this simple prayer was your breath? Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me.